What's going on, guys? This is Aussie Van Man. How y'all doing today? We have a special episode for you today. We're asking more van life questions to my friends. Maybe not so much a useful questionnaire, this one, but just a curiosity one for y'all. So today we're asking some of my van life friends here at skooliepalooza, what is the most useless thing you have in your van that you still carry around regardless? It could be, we're not talking like a plastic cup or something trash, whatever. We're talking like it could be sentimental. It could be something you thought you were going to use, but you don't use, but you keep in your van because you keep thinking you're going to use it. Just silly stuff like that. And trust me, I've got more than one. I got multiple things in here that I really probably don't need to be carrying right now, but I do because I keep thinking I'm going to use them, and we're going to go into that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go first, guys. I have multiple things in my van that I really don't need to be carrying around, including some things like a metal detector under my bed that I might use like once a year. And all sorts of other things, multiple cooking accessories, although I do use my cooking accessories. Some of them don't get used that often though. But I do have a lot of stuff in my van. But the majority of the stuff that really never gets used sits under my bed and just stays under there. And a lot of it I can't get to right now, but I will show you one thing I managed to pry out from a spot. This condenser mic stand, so I can have a condenser mic set up and record audio, which I thought I'd do a lot of, which I really haven't. I used it for maybe a little bit. Haven't been using it. It just sits in here. That actually sits over near my microwave and all that stashed in the corner. On top of that, I have a lot of music stuff that I wanted to get into music making. And I was for a little bit, but since then I lost the software. I haven't really had time to make room and storage to set it all up. I have not one, but I have four. That's right, 4 synthesizers underneath my bed. Yeah, smaller ones. We're not talking giant keyboard style ones. But they're compact synthesizers. But yeah, I have 4 of them under my bed, including I also have a brand new condenser mic that I bought. I haven't used yet. I've probably had that like 6 months now. I haven't used it. A lot of things, guys. And the reason that I still have them is because I still intend on using them. Although realistically, I should take them out until I plan on setting them up in here. Things get in the way, I need to do a cleanup on this van, so maybe we'll do that as a video pretty soon, because my fan, that Arizona dust, it gets in all the crevices. I love my synthesizers and I love my music gear, and music editing and maybe making my own music and sound effects for my channel was something I wanted to get into, and just, it just hasn't happened yet. So that's my most useless stuff that's sort of floating around in my van, but I still carry it around with me regardless. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what some of my friends seem to carry around with them and for what reasons.
So, first off, come in and see this beautiful creature here. That is my bubby boy, Lars.
Oh, look at that loaf.
And he loves this Amazon box, dude. He eats in it, he sleeps in it. He loves his Amazon box, and I just cannot bring myself to get rid of it. I pick him up in it, and I fly him around like a spaceship. He sleeps in it. He plays in it. So I don't need this. I don't need this at all. But I've kept it now for over 2 weeks, and I think I'm gonna have it for at least a month. So yeah, I think that's the most useless thing in my van that I still have held on to, just because I love this little cat so much. So yeah.
What's up, Aussie Van Man? What's going on? Jay's Casino, Chocolate Man in the van. How you doing? This right here, this little right here, this is the most useless thing in my van, and this is why. I was taking a little drive in the Quartzsite Desert. Next thing I know, I hear a pop, and this thing punctured my tire. I was really thankful for that. It's probably been in the desert for about 15 years, and somehow it found its way into my tire. It's awesome.
Oh, actually, that's a present that I left for you.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was a plant. Thank you. Appreciate you. I spent about 4 hours in the desert getting this thing out of my tire,
Okay.
repairing my tire, getting my tire off my vehicle, lifting my vehicle up, getting my tire off my vehicle. Yes, it was fun. And then I still had to call out road service because I don't have an air pump.
Oh, no. All right.
Good times. There you go. Most useless thing in my van.
I think so.
So I do have a few things that I don't consider useless, but they probably are not like regular life. Things that I keep on my dash that people have given me. I have a little rubber ducky that I use in pictures sometimes. I have a rock that my friend crocheted to cover for me. I have a little decoration that came from Italy. I have Palo Santo that someone gave me, and a crystal for my granddaughter. So, you know, the things that make me happy, but they're not useful other than that.
So probably the thing we probably make the biggest mistake on is how much food we bring. We'll do a menu, we'll plan out, we get here, and then all of a sudden you're cooking something else, and I'm gonna eat what you've got, or there's something to buy just down the street. So probably not packing food properly, because I hate to see food go to waste. And then I would say probably one of the useless things, not totally useless, because I really like this, but sometimes Tony, if I just had this extra seat, I could get so much more stuff in here. And then there's always Bucky. But Bucky's social meter is going right there, so we know when people just need to go away.
Useless thing that I carry in my van that I probably don't need to bring because I never use it. My instruments. I just don't get it. I don't play. I'm usually too busy hanging out with everybody, and they just sit up on the shelf. But I continue to bring them in the thought that someday I'm going to get those out and play them. But it hasn't happened yet.
Hello. I don't really know what the question was.
Okay, I'll ask you anything.
Yeah, okay, you gotta ask
Okay.
me. I don't know how you want me to.
What is the most useless thing you have in your van, but you carry it around regardless? You wouldn't get rid of it.
The most useless thing I have in my van is probably the most important, but I don't use it, which is my fridge. It's not plugged in. Just don't use it. I sit on it.
Keep a litter box in there?
But I killed my battery one year, and so I've been afraid to plug it back in since, so now I just store a bunch of garbage in it. So, it's pretty useless.
Some people, I was like, man, that's pretty nasty.
Okay. Alright, so my useless thing, serves no use, is my PS5 that I took several months to hunt one down and bought it, and then I've used it maybe a fraction of the time that it took me to find it. So, but when I do play it, it's fun, but it's heavy, it gets in the way, but I love it.
I can certainly relate to that.
Alright.
So probably the most useless thing we have in the rig is a NutriBullet with like all the parts and pieces, and it just sits in the back of the cabinet. That's why I didn't even pull it out, because it's all the way back there. We never use it, but I can't bring myself to let it go because my mother-in-law gave it to us, or gave it to me for Christmas one year, and it's just like, you know, it has like memories attached to it. So I don't really use it ever. I probably used it 3 times in the last 3 years that we've been on the road, but I can't give it up. So that's my most useless thing.
All right, guys. So yeah, pretty interesting answers there. I gotta say, yeah, I really enjoyed Mateo's one. Just so funny, because the first video I watched of Mateo's was one of his recent ones, and the first thing I noticed was Mateo's cat in the back. He's just driving around and talking to the camera, and the cat's just like chilling in that Amazon box. And I could not stop laughing. That was absolutely hilarious, guys. Oh my Lord. just, yeah, I mean, it's pretty useful. It's useless because it's just a stupid packing box, but at the same time, like, it's pretty useful, like hours and on end, days and days of fun for the cat. So, you know, useless but useful. So, but yeah, that's a pretty cool answer, I gotta say. All right, guys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what's one of the most useless things you're constantly carrying around with you, but you still take it with you regardless. What is it, guys, and why do you take it with you? All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Until next time, guys, this is Aussie Van Man, and we shall hopefully see you later. What's going on here?